now. Moi guys, JHZER here, or like Moi Rocket League India community. If you have any questions, you can just ask them live on the Facebook as well. But I'm reading some of these I have from Discord. Yeah, I just go through quickly a couple of these I told earlier, but there's just these things that I want to talk a bit. The first one is just like how many hours do you have in total in Rocket League, and it's like one of the most asked questions for me. Like I have in my Steam account, I have like 2.3k hours at the moment, which isn't that much, but you need to remember that I've been playing SARP, the previous version of Rocket League, for like 5 years before Rocket League. So I've been playing the whole Rocket League and SARP in total like 7 years. So you need to just know that. And then the next one, I just want to quickly say that, well, for example, this, like I love if there's any silly questions like, is it acceptable to have pineapple on topping on a pizza? And for me, it's just like, I love these silly questions because it just makes me talk about random stuff. And so yeah, please go ahead, ask them in the live chat as well. But for me, I just don't really like pineapple on pizza, but that's just me. But I know that like most of the people agrees with me, so yeah, screw you, who doesn't like, or wait, likes pineapple? Nah. The next question will be, C9 Dizo asks, what's your profession when you complete university? But I'm studying nanoscience in university in Finland, and my profession is still kind of, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do because the whole nanoscience thing is pretty future-based profession. So I would want to like work as some kind of like science man or something who invents new stuff, maybe new materials, something like that, or then just like doing like new materials and just like working in a factory or something like that. This is hard name. Adhyant. I'm sorry. He asks, is Paradox 29 is probably his name, and that's like the team name. Yeah. So he asks, how did you discover about Freestyling Shots? And this was like one of the most asked question as well. And it's when I started playing in SARP, me and my friends were thinking like how cool would be to just like spin your car and fly and then try to hit the ball and score.
So we have a question online from a user, Kushal Naidu. He wants to ask, do you think there's a skill cap in Rocket League? Will players keep getting better, or do you think there will come a time wherein they are as good as anyone can get?
I really want to think that there's no really like ceiling that you can achieve, that like, okay, now you are the best player ever, and like will be like, because Rocket League is so complex, like only way that you would be perfect player would be just that you're always hitting the ball just perfectly, always shooting with the maximum power to the top corners that no one can save, and always being in the right place, like always. And I feel like it cannot be reached, like just like in sports. I like to think that Rocket League is kind of like soccer or football to wherever you are from, but yeah, I like to think that it's like sport, and you just practice and practice, and you get just better and better forever. I feel like I want to think. Were there anything else?
Yeah, you can continue with the Discord.
Someone asked, how do you like the heat in India?
It's super hot. Like at the moment, like it's like Celsius degrees. We're talking. So here it's like over 30, just like in the shadows. So when you're in the sun, it's like, I don't know, 50 or something. And it's just like unbearable for me, because in Finland at the moment there can be like days where it's like 5 degrees. So, but in the days it might get to the 10 or something. But yeah, we're gonna have like winter, so it's gonna drop down to minus 30 anyway. So, but yeah, so it's very different that I'm used to, but I love these like different experiences.
There's one question coming from Lakshay Gupta. He says that what's your opinion about choosing KBM, keyboard and mouse, over controller for Rocket League for a person who has played more than 1700 hours of the game? How do you feel about the efforts made at Rocket League India?
I think that it's better to use controller, because if you're using like keyboard, you're stuck with like 4-dimensional movement, really. Like
limited options, right?
Huh?
Limited options.
Yeah. And like with joystick, you can just like precisely go exactly where you want, and just like, well, you can do that with keyboard as well, but it's just way easier with controller. At least that's because I'm used to it. But I feel like most of the players that have been playing with keyboard have eventually started playing with controller. Of course, there's some players who still play at the top level as well, but with keyboard. But that's just my opinion. It's way easier a game with controller, and I will just recommend buying some kind of controller that you are comfortable with. Like me, I've been always playing PlayStation and never had Xbox, so that's why I'm always using PS4 controller. But some players use like Xbox controller or like other controllers as well. But like whatever you are most comfortable with, that's the key.
Shankar Jagdish asks, assume if Pulse MK was a girl, how will you propose to her?
Probably passing the ring. No, I have no idea. Some kind of freestyling ceiling shot must be done, so I would need to think about it more. Not just.
You can continue on with the Discord now.
All right. JHZER, you play more with Cooks, Marky, or MK? I play most with MK because, like, the Flipside squad, they need to practice together, say like the main roster, and well, I would love to play with Cooks and Marky and like Mystic and just like overall with Flipside more, and because they are a ton of fun to play, because they are so good, and because like they are so much fun to just chill with as well. But yeah, I play a lot with MK, like if not every day, then at least every other day.
So we have a question from Avnish Vikram Singh. He asked, what other hobbies you have expect Rocket League? Johnny Boy told us that you work out a lot and you are a huge guy.
As you can see on screen, I'm not that big, as some say, but yeah, I like to work out because I feel like if you game a lot, then you need to work out or exercise a lot as well, because that way it keeps your body and just your mentality balanced more, so you don't have back pains or stuff like that. So it's just more healthier. So yeah, I like to go to a gym, maybe some jogging, and like football is still a really big deal for me. Like I used to play football for like 8 years when I was a child and till like teenager or something, whatever. And yeah, I still play a lot of football with friends, for example. And if not Rocket League, then other games. That's probably like my hobbies, you could say. Poo-poo, or Popo, okay. I know it's like Popo probably and not poo-poo, but Popo asks, what did you like about India the best so far? And it needs to be food, because I go to India restaurants in Finland and it's like delicious in Finland, and now when I'm in India eating the actual Indian food, you know, it's like way better. Like naan bread is like by far my favorite thing ever. Is there any live questions? You can always ask there, and I try to catch them as well.
A commentator just says, Preet Arora says, thank you for making it to India. I would love to see you challenge some players from the league.
Yeah, like I'm always up for that. Like I'm here for like support the whole Rocket League scene in India. I haven't really told this like in social media or anywhere, but yeah, I'm trying to do some tweets about it soon when I just have the mentality and the right time to do so. But yeah, so I'm trying to help make it better, and just overall maybe in future just that Indian players can play more and just have the equipment to play. And I forgot the question.
It was this only. Like, thank you for coming to India. I would love to see you challenge some.
Oh yeah, challenge. Yeah. Yeah. As I said earlier, I'm also up for that. Killer Cupid 80 asks, what inspired you to start making videos? And there's another question, but I will start with this. I actually started my channel like 2010, somewhere in the summer, and my first video is me making some free kicks in like soccer or football, because I don't know why, but I was watching a lot like football videos and free kick videos back in the day, and I was pretty good at it, and I was training my left foot, which is like my weaker foot, and I tried to show in the video just like some highlights of me shooting the ball in the like one day of session or something, and I just wanted to do that, and I don't know why really, like now when I think about it, but that's how I started. And like later on I started doing these videos about SARP, and I've kept that going on for me like 5 years now, so, and here we are, like it's been pretty crazy.
You can continue on with this.
One more.
Nitin and Popo have questions.
Okay, so Nitin here asks, do you find any difficulty maintaining social connections with people in real life as your form of occupation requires you to be glued to your computer desk and most of your interaction is online?
What was the problem, or like is there like?
He wants to like, do you find any difficulty maintaining social connections with people in real life?
No, I wouldn't say that. Like for me, all this like gaming and PC stuff, they are more like connecting me to other people. Like I've met tons of people online, and that way also like in real life, like I'm right here meeting all the Indian players, like because of the like all the gaming, and so it has only giving me more like in real life connections and friends, and like I feel like it's only about like good thing, like whatever you do, if you just enjoy it and that helps you to be with people you like and stuff, so it's only good thing in my opinion.
Pavan asked, what's your favorite color and why?
Color, probably like most used, and like what I like is probably like navy blue. Like well, right now I don't have like like navy blue, navy blue jeans, but normally I have always like navy blue colors and stuff, and I don't know, it just pleases my eye. But that was a like food tab, I don't know. Anyways, well, there's a lot of colors I like as well. Like there's what I use in cars as well. Like gold is of course pretty nice, and like flipside green is actually very good as well, and that purple as well. Like those are pretty much my favorite colors, but maybe blue.
Gautam asks, who's your favorite Rocket League YouTuber?
Myself, of course. No, no. Like, who I like to watch most, like, I would probably say Squishy, because he's super talented and it's always nice to see his gameplay. But I also enjoy watching some highlight videos done by like whoever, but like Rocket League FX is doing fantastic job, especially like including the community as well. So it's very good as well. Yash asks, what's your opinion on the new stuff in the update, like the JHZER or JHZER, or how do you say? I would say like JHZER.
It's European, so you should say.
So it's yeah, it's European. Like I would say like in Swedish way, like JHZER, but and the new banners, yeah. So I haven't tested the car yet, but I'm gonna assume that it's like Takumi, or it looks like something like that. Maybe longer, but yeah, like let me know in the comments like what do you think about the car and how it feels like. And the new banners, I feel like they can be cool, but they weren't really necessarily like people didn't ask for it or anything. I don't really get why they were added, because there's different stuff as well that people have been wanting to be in the game, but like, well, new banners can be cool in the end, but I just don't get the idea why they were added, really. But I just want to say a couple things about my favorite things in the update is probably either the transparent goal posts or goal whatever, the walls, everything. It's very nice, and the new map is very nice as well. But probably the best thing for Rocket League is the LAN support, and hopefully in the future, like the tournaments in game.
So Avnish asked, what did you buy for yourself from the prize money when you won RLCS?
So most of my money I make out of Rocket League and stuff, like they go either just like savings, or then just like me spending on like new microphone, or like, well, I haven't updated my microphone in a long time now, but like new keyboards and that kind of stuff. I want to just like new PC that I just like couple like month ago I bought, like, and it was pretty expensive, but like I just want to improve my quality and stuff. KS ADM or ADM, are you planning to play with players in some gaming cafe tomorrow before the main stage event? I'm gonna most likely I'm gonna play like some matches here and there, like I don't know in what platform or like where, but like yeah, I would love to play against like Indian players, and just like I've seen the talent and the skills, just, and it's way better than I was told. Like people before I was traveling here, like Flips and everyone was just saying like, okay, the game hasn't been around that long and the players can't be that good and stuff like that, and but like no, I've gotten the pretty different idea by now that it's way better than people think.
You can conclude now.
Well, if there's...
Do you want to take more questions?
Well, yeah, of course, like if there's more, like I can still talk a bit before going.
Are there still questions coming in the Discord channel? New questions?
No, that was the newest.
Is that
okay? So there's this guy who asks, "Hi JHZER, do you think his name is Nitish? He says, do you think SCUF controllers would be helpful in Rocket League?"
Yeah, actually, I've been thinking of trying out like SCUF or other kind of like, what's the other one like I have in my mind? The RZER Wildcat, is that the thing which has like a ton of buttons? Yeah, they can be helpful so that you don't need to have your arm in any weird position. Like you can just like have multiple buttons close to you and press them more quickly. So I'm very sorry about that. Well, yeah, I think that can be helpful, but for me, for example, I've been playing with PS controllers for quite long, and I have this claw grip, which just makes me to have kind of like extra button or like extra finger on a button. So it's just not necessarily for me, but like I recommend trying.
Okay. So Avanish here asked, will you visit India in future by yourself for a vacation? If yes, where would you like to go?
Like as a vacation, like I would love to just like visit here again, because like it's very warm, and we don't have that in Finland, and we don't have this food, and overall it has surprised me like in a very good way that like for sure I could visit again. But well, I don't know about India probably that much that I would know where to visit. But
so Anand here asks, when you play tournament matches, do you play along with the flow of the game, or do you fully concentrate on tactics and next moves?
For me, I like to think that the game is simple, that if you are just with the game, just focusing on what's going on and trying to just help your team and trying to be always like in a good position that you can be passed or like blocked or whatever, and you're just like, if you don't need to think, that's the best. Like if you're just going with the flow, but if that's working, then it's the ideal for me at least. Just like, so it's very easy if you don't really think.
So Saran here asked, like, Flipside hasn't been performing that well this season. So what do you think is the team to watch out for in the RLCS and will make land stage?
Well, team I really like is Method because of the two other Finnish players, Metsä and Magnus. They are like such a good friends for me, and they are a ton of fun to play and just chill with as well. And like they have proven how talented they are, and they will make it to the LAN in this season as well. And it's very nice to see for me, and like that's the team I feel is super dominant at the moment as well. That they can beat everyone, and like that's my team really to look.
Who do you reckon winning RLCS? Except Flipside, of course.
Well, I think it would be like, well, this is just my guess, but like I would like if it wasn't Flipside, that Method would win it because the reason I just said, or then maybe like Cloud9 because of Squishy, and like Cloud9 is, well, they would deserve it, like of course, and it would make good that NA would win this RLCS, so it would be more balanced again, like with the victories.
So Lakshya asked, when do you think Asia will make it to RLCS? You might know what Cyanix stands on that.
I would like the point of this trip, like, well, is also because hopefully in future, this would help like Asia and like especially now India to be able to play in the future in RLCS, for example, and just be able to play at the top. And I don't know, Asia, like China and like South Koreans and people like that, countries like that have proven how dominant they can be in gaming, like other games. And I think like for example now India, they like all these countries, because the population is so huge that there probably will be like matching talent as we have in EU or NA. That I would like to see that there would be like new champion in RLCS, which is like from Asia, or India, in a year or something, when it's hopefully possible. And yeah.
Will you make a team for RLCS or next season?
There's some plans going on. Well, yeah, I don't know really, and yeah, hopefully.
There is this question from Jayesh. He wants to ask, what are your thoughts on Octane and why you don't use it as a primary car?
There's just like these two types of cars, like flat cars that I prefer, and the short, taller ones, like Octane. And Octane is by far the best from these short, taller cars because of the hitbox and how the ball controls, like how the ball acts with the car. And it's very good in the like pro scene and in the top because it's most important, really. Well, maybe not really, but like one of the biggest important things is that you're able to win the 50-50. Is that like, when there's someone contesting you, you just need to be able to have the ball after he has attacked you. So Octane is very good with that because it's higher than the flat cars, so that's why a lot of people use it, and just why that's why people use it. But me personally, I don't like that much Octane because the hitbox isn't the like visible. The car doesn't match the actual hitbox that well, and for me, I just like to have like Dominus, which is like I can see the edges and the whole car, and it will just hit exactly like I imagine it to hit.
Sumit here asks, hoops or drop shot?
I would probably say hoops because like drop shot is very good as an idea as well. I like it. Just like people don't play it anymore. Like I don't even know when was the last time I played, but hoops is pretty good in my opinion because it's like this different idea a bit, but it's more fast paced because the smaller map, and 2v2 is also better in like some way.
Shashank wants you to do the marquee hustle.
Do the hustle. Nah, it's not as good.
Okay, so any message you want to share with the community?
What?
Any message you want to like share with the community, or you want to say something to the community?
Outro. Something like an outro.
Yeah.
I would just, well, because the whole trip and like overall, I would like that in the future there would be just like people around the world be able to play at the top and like hopefully just have like World Cups in just like lands and stuff like that thing that like everyone could win that. Like at the moment it's too much like NA and EU based. Like now Oceania will come probably in the very soon, like with us, like yeah, and I hopefully like Asia and other continents will follow, India for example, and yeah, I would really much likely, or I really want to see that in the future, and like hopefully you have the effort and the practice time you just want to have, and just remember taking some breaks and overall have fun with the game. It's all about the passion.
Okay, so Sanjay asked, who was your best teammate so far?
It's good. It's good one.
Yeah.
Like favorite what?
Who's your favorite teammate so far?
Well, Cooks and probably Marky, because Marky has this like whenever you play with him, he has this presence that is very important. He has this captain role, and he's always calm and always like he's never nervous, and it's just very helpful. And Cooks, he's just the best player for me, and like the person I like the best as a player. And whenever I played with him, it just makes me play so much better as well. So, well, yeah, probably them. But of course, like MK and like Krasak, for example, have been like making the list as well. Like I can't
Okay, so now they want you to like do an outro, like moi moi out.
Thank you for having me in your country, and hopefully you have fun with the game, and moi moi.